What is going on, YouTube? Chris with Journals Comics here. It is Friday. This is Friday Night Live. This was an unexpected Friday Night Live because I have my Whatnot sale coming up here in just over 30 minutes. But you know what? It's hard for me to go a Friday without doing a Friday Night Live, so I decided to hop on here as well. We have a new type of Friday Night Live that we're going to be introducing. We'll be diving into that a little bit tonight in this short compressed show, but we'll take a few minutes to let some folks hop on in. I do have some announcements to make. We'll talk a little bit about the Whatnot show, and then I'll talk a little bit about this, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, so that's going to be something that we are going to feature on my Friday Night Lives in future shows, and we're going to dabble in it tonight. But let's take about 3 minutes to let some more folks get in. I'm gonna do some quick updates on the channel. JT, what is going on? First and foremost, Matt's in the house. Hey Matt, about what we were talking about. I'm gonna try to get that taken care of this weekend for sure. The Daily Baller. What is going on, buddy? What's up, buddy? Let's see who else we got popping in here. We got Comic Noob. All right, guys. First off, while people are coming in, can I show this off? Showed it off in a video recently, too. Tony T. What's going on, Tony? Marvel Goddess in the house. My Spider-Man Homecoming poster that I've had laying around for like 2 years that I finally framed. Look at that. 11 by 17 beauty, right? Look at that. Love it. So, for those that don't know, I do have a movie poster wall. Now, one update on the channel. One update. I haven't done a room tour in almost 2 years. I can't wait to do one. I'm hoping to do one this month, before the end of the month. I still got a lot of work to do in this room. The room's not going to be immaculate. It's a mess right now. I'm doing my best to organize it, but when I'm ready, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to give it to you guys. You guys deserve it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. Pedro, Peter, Mikey, what's going on, everyone? Viper Guts, Viper GTS. What's going on, guys? So I just wanted to show that off. Can't wait to hang it up. I got a couple more that aren't hung up as well. A big reminder, Comic Book Canon show this Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be giving away this bad boy, this EGS Beauty custom comic book canon label, Spider-Man #1 in a 9.2, Todd McFarlane goodness. Beautiful EGS slab, donated by good friend of the channel, Justin, aka Saw Marshall 007. We're going to have Justin hop on as an honorary guest on Sunday. Anybody that is hanging out on the show on Sunday can win this book. Of course, you got to be subscribed to the channel. Not only mine, but Comic Book Canon, right? So I hope to see you guys there on Sunday. Okay. Right now, I am running this giveaway, which is one of my grand prizes for my 10K contest, the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger, Spectacular Spider-Man #64 in a 9.6 CGC Signature Series signed by Ed Hannigan. So there is at least one video up right now for you guys to go find that video, comment on it to have a chance to win this beauty right here. There will be a few more videos in the near future where I will be asking questions that you will have to answer in the comments to have a chance to win that. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about my Whatnot sale that's coming up in just over 30 minutes, folks. Guys, I have more than a long box of comics ready to go. A bunch over here. I'm over here. They're everywhere. I'm ready to go. If you guys aren't following me on the Whatnot app, please do so at Journos Comics. No underscore like it is everywhere else. Just Journos Comics. There is a link below. If you guys don't have the Whatnot app, there's a link below that you can click on. You can use that link to sign up. It's really easy to do so. By using that link, you will get 10% off of your first purchase on the app. The purchase doesn't have to be from me. It could be from anybody, right? So I hope to see you guys there in just over 30 minutes. Anybody that makes a purchase tonight will be entered in to win this amazing House of Slaughter #1 variant. Beautiful variant, as well as this Wonder Girl #1 cardstock variant. Every purchase, every line item purchase is one entry into winning these awesome books right here. And then I want to give a big congrats to Gator Wags 7707. Gator Wags. That is their handle on the Whatnot app. They are the winners from my last sale that I did on Whatnot. So Gator Wags, I don't know if you're here right now, but congrats. You won this beautiful Batman number 500, the foil variant, signed by Joe Quesada and Kevin Nolan. You see this COA right there. So big congrats to Gator Wags. I hope that Gator Wags stops by tonight, because I'll be letting everyone know in the live sale tonight as well. Now, remember, folks, 99% of my inventory is available for buy it now before we go live. Once we go live, everything's going to be auctioned off. So I got a ton of stuff here. We got some Silver Age stuff, lots of Bronze Age stuff, Copper Age, some modern, some keys, lots of Star Wars stuff, some Spidey stuff, Batman, Doctor Strange. We got some 10-cent goodies, some 10-cent DC, some bundles. I got a lot of bundles this sale. A lot of horror stuff. We got some Strange Academy variant bundle as well. So, guys, come hang out. Even if you're not looking to buy anything, come hang out. Journals Comics on the Whatnot app. Just over 30 minutes. So, all right, what's going on, Lowbrow? What is up, Jacob? What's going on, Jacob? I have been known to go by Gator Wags from time to time. Isn't that an awesome handle, Gator Wags? Okay, let's see. Any other updates before we get into a little bit of a show here? I think that's about it. And for those that are just joining, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I make content like almost every single day of my life for you guys. So I'd appreciate you hanging out, become a part of the family and community that is Journals Comics on YouTube and whatnot and everywhere else, right? Okay, let's talk about the title of this show. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Chuggy Fresh, what's going on? Jeremy, what's up, Jeremy? Okay, the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. This is going to be a new segment that I'm going to be running on my Friday Night Live shows. It's not going to be every show. It'll probably be every other show. So, as many of you know, I have been doing roundtable discussions, which I'm going to continue to do. I hope to have a roundtable discussion with two other amazing guests. I'm trying to put one together right now, maybe for next week. Fingers crossed that happens. So every other week, though, when I'm flying solo on the Friday Night Lives, we will be doing the segment, The Whole Truth and Nothing But the Truth. And what this segment is going to feature is you all, everyone in the chat, asking me some questions, and I have to answer with the 100% God honest truth. Now, the fun thing about this segment is you guys could be, well, let's not be like, X-rated or, I mean, keep it respectful, right? But you guys can ask me absolutely anything. It doesn't even have to pertain to comic books. It could be controversial, as long as we're being respectful, like I said, and it's not crazy X-rated, whatever. So that's what it's going to be like. Now, I may, kind of feel this out a little bit more and add a little more structure to it as we move along through the weeks, as we, pan the segment out. But for right now, for today, we have a quick show here before my Whatnot show. And this is the first time we're going to be trying out The Whole Truth and Nothing But the Truth. So with that being said, I know you can't handle the truth. One of my favorite movies as a kid, by the way, Few Good Men. Let's just get into this. Let's see. I know there's not too many people here. This wasn't an announced show, but for all of you that are here, it's a great group, a lot of familiar faces. So let's just start. Let's take the next about 20 minutes while we're here and ask away, folks. And I'm going to answer with, the complete, like, truth serum all the way through to the best of my ability. Now, I'm going to try to get to everybody's questions in order. I'll do my best. Like I said, there's not too many people here right now, so hopefully that won't be too hard to do. But I'm ready. Like, here we go. Here we go. Already. Look at this. Okay, Peter. Peter's getting personal. Boxers or briefs? All right. Personal question. Thanks for that, Peter. So it's not one answer. I do not wear standard briefs, but I do have boxer briefs and boxers, both. All right, it just depends on the situation. But no standard. What do you call them? Not Huggies. Those are diapers. But what are the ones like that we used to rock when we were little, like I used to do for my kids, like the Superman undies, or like the superhero undies, Ninja Turtle undies, and things like that. Jeremy, Dub, what's going on? All right. Swamp Man or Man Thing? Choose wisely, says Viper. Okay. I say Swamp Thing just because I used to watch the show when I was a kid, but I haven't read a lot of Swamp Thing or Man Thing. I don't know if I have some Man Thing comics. I've never read them. I've read some Justice League Dark stuff in Swamp Thing in Justice League Dark. I've always enjoyed. So definitely going to go Swamp Thing over Man Thing, even though I'm more of a Marvel person. But Swamp Thing is going to be my final answer on that. Top 5 writers. Man, that's, I'm going to put Jerry Conway at the top just because of what he did with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man being my favorite character. Picking a top 5, I would really have to sit and think about it. I mean, DeMatteis is another one. You can't talk about writers without throwing Stan Lee in the mix. Stan Lee, if it wasn't for Stan, what can you say? Obviously, I've really, out of the new stuff, you got to give props to Donny Cates. Although, I'm not trying to be a fanboy of Donny Cates and hype him up, but he's done something, I think, in an era where what he's done with his stories was needed in comics. So, but and there's some recent indie writers too that I can't name off, like who wrote Morrison's another one, but who wrote the many deaths of, was it Layla Starr? I don't know if the writer who did that, it was the limited series from Boom. Whoever did that, like, to me, it was groundbreaking. I don't know if they've done much work in the past either, but that was one of the best reads I've read, and probably at least as an adult. I'll give it that much praise. I mean, it got me emotional reading it. So, let's see. Tidy Whiteys. ASM Mob Will says, I saw a Spider-Woman Volume 1 Issue 3 and a CGC 9.8 for $60 today. Would you pick it up? No, I don't think that's bad. That's not bad. It's a 9.8. Bronze Age Spider-Woman. It's going to cost you over $30 just to slab it. So that's not bad. Personally, me, I mean, I already have it. I have that whole run, but I'd probably buy I could find a probably decent grade copy raw for $10, so I'd rather do that and take that other $50 and spend it somewhere else. But I mean, look, if you collect 9.8s and you're a fan of Spider-Woman, I think $60 is a decent grab. I'm not saying it's wrong. For me, I would use my money differently. Who am I taking on a date? Scarlet Witch, Black Cat, or Black Widow? Wow. Black Cat, man. Black Cat for sure. Black Cat is just, I've always had a thing, again, being a Spider-Man fan, I've always had, putting myself in Peter Parker's shoes. Black Cat is always just, she rocks it, man. Plus her outfit is dope. I mean, not to throw shade at Black Widow or Scarlet, man, but I got to go with Black Cat for sure. Favorite comic book artist? Hands down, John Romita Sr., period. I mean, growing up, Jim Lee influenced me the most, but I got to give it to the John Romita for just, I mean, you know, there's so much to say about artists. I think Steve Ditko doesn't get the love that he deserves. So I don't want to say that it's really tough when you look at those that came before. But for me, I really do think that, you know, when you look at what John Romita did, you know, you had Jack Kirby that obviously revolutionized comic book art in such a way. But I really do believe that John Romita set a tone that doesn't really get talked about. And you could name a lot of artists like Ron Friends, Sal Buscema, even John, and Gil Kane. I think you can all of those artists that I just named got influenced by John Romita Sr. Now I can't speak for them. That's just my humble assessment as an artist, seeing how their arts evolved, right? But really hard to just pick one for sure. I'd let Felicia steal my wallet and everything. I don't blame you. Matt Lab, no. David's in the house. What's going on, David? Zadarsky. Sean, what's going on, Sean? Silver or bronze? I mean, you always got to say silver. Like, again, it's not that I'm indecisive, folks. It's that oftentimes there's not a black and white way to answer a question. The Silver Age is the Silver Age, guys. I mean, it is something, but there is something to Bronze Age books that I absolutely love as well. I really do love Bronze Age books. There was a lot going on in the Bronze Age that could be celebrated. But at the end of the day, for me, I can't put anything above silver. All right. What is your favorite ASM story? Last Son is Mine. That's up there, but I would have to say I really think the death of Gwen Stacy was. I mean, that's why I said Jerry Conway is one of my favorite writer. I think he brought out such emotion, such real raw depth in a time where I don't think. I mean, you started to see it. You started to see it. I mean, you had it with Denny O'Neil and what they were doing with the shedding light on drug addiction, right? And even Stan did it in his Spider-Man issues 96 through 99, right? But that was just one for me that really pulled me in by my emotions. Another one that gets overlooked is another one that crossed the Spider-Man titles in the 80s, and it was like the gang war tie-ins with the Rose. Yo, what was going on in the 80s that crossed over through the Web of Spider-Man and Spectacular as well with the Rose and that street level stuff? That was some good writing. I hope to see that like in one of the next Spider-Man movies or even in a Disney Plus show. All right, let's see. Mikey says, who would you start at cornerback on your fantasy team? Spider-Man or the Flash? Spider-Man. All day. Sorry, Flash, but I'm going with my dude. Tony. Top 5 rappers of all time. Top 5 of all time. Man. Pop. Obviously. Tupac Amaru Shakur. My son. Noah Amaru. Named after him. Tupac. Nas. All right. Andre 3000 of Outkast. All right. Black Thought, who is extremely, extremely underrated. Extremely underrated. And I usually put Rakim in my top 5. But when you talk about who influenced me, I put Zumbi, Zion I, friend and mentor and inspiration, rest in peace. Zion I changed my life. So I put Zion I up there for sure. But yeah, it's hard to say just 5, but top three is Pac, Nas, and Andre for sure. All right. Let's see. Shadow Rat's hanging out. What's going on, Shadow Rat? All right, just a reminder, guys, we are doing the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You guys can ask me anything raw and uncensored. I will answer with the complete and total truth. Doesn't even have to be comic book related. Keep it PG-13 and respectful, though. All right, we got about maybe 9 more minutes to go. John Wayne, John Wick, or John McClane? Wow. Oh, man. Those are some Johns. I got to go with John Wick just because they freaking killed his dog, man. They killed his dog. You don't mess with people's dogs. Nope, especially beagles. Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Eminem, Slim Thug, Lil Boosie. All right, let's just get rid of those last 2 real quick. Boosie's got some stuff. I'm not going to lie. Slim Thug, though, I'm good. Look, man, Eazy-E was a renegade. Ice Cube wrote most of his lyrics. As a lyricist, obviously Eminem takes the cake out of all of them. It's hard to put M over Q. I think Eminem is overhyped, although I do think he's a great in his own right. I won't get too deep into that. If you talk about legacy, you got to say Ice Cube. But personal preference, I'd go with Ice Cube too. But lyricist, Eminem for sure. So just depending on how you look at that. Juggy says, what's your top 3 favorite gimmick covers of the 90s? Wow. I mean, I like the 30th anniversary Spider-Man holograms. That's what I like. And then what was the how about the foil Batman 500? I like the 2099 foils. I like those as well. Those are dope. They're still dope. Dale, what's going on, Dale? That's right, Dale. Boom. That's right. That's enough said. Big Pun, Biggie, Big L, Eminem, Inspector Deck, man. Inspector Deck was definitely one of my favorite woos, man. Pedro says, would you burn your Amazing Spider-Man run for the cure? To cure cancer? Without a doubt. Not only would I burn my Amazing Spider-Man run, I'd burn all 20,000 comics that I own. I might even chop off my pinky. Brandon. Shame on you, Brandon. Shame on you. We have beef. We have beef now. No. In all honesty, Brandon, I love you, Brandon, but we got to have a talk. I don't know if you've ever actually sat and listened to Tupac's music, but you have it all wrong. I want to see you share a hands up, little hand emojis or like a yes. Who wants me to do a live show? I know this is Journo's Comics, guys, but who wants me to do a live show where I talk about Tupac and only Tupac and explain why Tupac is the most influential, not only rapper to ever live, but the most influential, how do I say this? I don't want to say activist that's but one of the most influential figures of the 20th century and of our time. And why this idea that you're speaking of, Brandon, is a complete misunderstanding of anything that he was doing or that he was saying. And we'll talk about the fact that his death and Biggie's death were assassinations and not some street killings. I'll break it down. If you guys want me to do that on my channel, I will. I know it's not for everyone, but we might just have to set a special day aside. I will take an hour or 90 minutes and I will break it down for anybody that matters. And for those that know me, you guys know how I do. I bring context to things as if I am a lawyer in court. I play detective and then I play lawyer. Anything that I bring to the table is studied, researched, and ran through the mill of regression analyses to be able to back up my claims as fact, as if I was a lawyer with somebody's life on the hands that I was representing in a court of law. Yeah, KRS-One. I got to open up for KRS-One, man. That was one of the greatest nights of my life. KRS-One is definitely one of the greats. He's in my top 10. Big Daddy Kane as well. Favorite horror comics? Sean, I haven't read much horror. I was never really into horror, but I was reading Proctor, what was it called? Oh, shoot. Proctor Valley. That was really good, but favorite run that I haven't really dove into that much, though, is Tomb of Dracula. And I just recently started collecting that a couple years ago. That's dope, David. Who's your boy, David? David, who is it that got to open for him? All right, guys, we have a few more minutes. I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, Easy was definitely the face, man. Easy had the swag. He didn't even need to write his own lyrics. Back when ghostwriting wasn't even like talked about. Let's see. We got a lot of heads in here talking about some hip hop stuff going on. I might have to start a new channel. Let's see. Oh man, that's dope. Seeing Tupac in Cleveland, ASM Mob. Obviously never got to work with Tupac, but I got to work with the Outlaws, which was a blessing for me. I made multiple tracks with them. You guys should hit me up if you want to check out any of my music. But real humbling experience. I mean, Tupac saved my life, literally. He saved my life. I've touched on that a little bit on my channel, but that's a fact. All right, let's see. Brandon says, 1 second, he's talking about pimping women. Next, we got to respect them. 1 second, build your brother up. Next thing, we ride on our enemies. Okay, Brandon, man. Okay, Brandon, I'm going to check this out. I might do this next Friday, Brandon, just for you. I might take, if I don't get my guest organized to do the roundtable discussion, we might take next Friday to do a live stream diving into Tupac. All right? Because I know exactly what you're trying to say here, and you got it all twisted. I say that respectfully. I love you, man. But I want you to be there. If you can be there next Friday, if we do this, I want you to be there. I want to hear, more of your stuff, and I want to talk to it. I want to talk about it. I want you to be able to open your mind and listen to truly understand. All right. I actually wrote papers on this. For those that don't know, I wrote a short book called The Code of the Thug Life. And the Code of the Thug Life is something that Tupac did, that he put together. All right, with gang members from the Crips and the Bloods that he worked with founding Black Panther members as well to unify the gangs in the 90s. Thug Life. And I usually keep it PG, but I'm gonna cuss right now. So if you got kids watching, the hate you gave little infants fucks everyone. Tupac was screaming thug life because he was trying to, like, just be a thug. Thug life was a product of the rose that grew from the concrete. The hate you gave little infants. We rise up as infants. We are brought in to a cycle of a thug life. We are products of our environments. But I'm not even going to start going too deep into it right now because we're going to do this, guys. We're going to do this. We'll see if we can do it next Friday. Tupac is hip-hop's Bob Marley. I love that. I love it. Me Against the World is one of the greatest albums ever. Ever. Not even just hip-hop albums, but one of the greatest, most reflective, most raw, deep, and real albums to ever be made. Ever. Nope. Again, Brandon, absolutely not. Puffy is a Puffy was not Suge Knight. Now, Suge Knight could want to put a hit out of somebody and do some dumb shit. Puffy, they wouldn't put themselves in that position, and that's for a whole nother show. You're believing what they're spoon feeding you. Don't believe the East Coast, West Coast beef didn't exist. Listen to Tupac's interviews. This is between me and one dude. It's personal. Tupac wanted to sit down with Biggie and say, this is the problem. While everyone on the while the media outlets and everyone was talking about East Coast, West Coast, Tupac was going to the East Coast, building with East Coast rappers. He did the One Nation album that was never released. He was saying, I'm trying to unify this shit. The beef that I have is personal with one dude. And he called out other dudes because they were riding with Biggie, but only because of that. When he went and approached Nas, he listen to it. This be the realest shit I ever wrote, Against All Odds. He talked about, to the real people out there that are freaking not seeing the truth, I'm going to call you out, but to get you on the playing field, to sit down, just like before you go to war, like Sun Tzu, before you go to war, the greatest victory is not met on the battlefield, but where the war is won off the battlefield before you even get to battle. That's what Tupac was trying to do with these cats. He wasn't trying to beat with them. He was calling them out, saying, watch the phonies. Nas, I respect you. I see you. But why are you, chirping and doing all this over here on some drama? You're getting fed and following along, follow the leader on some East Coast, West Coast stuff that was merely perpetuated by the media and the feds and the police. COINTELPRO. Go Google it. And be careful with Google because everything you read on the internet isn't true. COINTELPRO. That's what I have to say to that. I know I'm so behind. Piano, Tony, because I play piano. Proctor Valley Road. That was a good one. Yeah, Mikey, that freestyle. Tupac was freestyling. Biggie spit some written shit. Yeah, Brandon, you got it on the NWA stuff. And I thought the NWA movie actually did a decent job portraying them and how it went down. The All Eyes on Me movie, if you haven't watched the All Eyes on Me movie, don't watch it. It's bullshit. It's fake. It ain't real. And I know folks. I came up with some of them. I wasn't right there, but it's fake. It's fake. Smitty Grands. Not familiar with Smitty. Tracks a Million, obviously. Yep. And that's what's up, Brandon. There we go, Brandon. Something that we can. Yes. All right. I love you, Brandon. You know that it's all love, man. But I get really passionate because people do have this misconception. They have a misconception, and that's what it is. So I would really love to have a conversation, for sure. Oh man. Okay, Brandon. Hey, if I do the show, I really want you to be able to make it. I really do. Are you on IG? Hit me up, man. Hit me up on IG, because if we don't do it Friday, let's work something out. And I definitely want you to be there to catch it. All right. So you're awesome, Brandon. I appreciate you. I don't know if you're probably saying, yeah, the whole vest thing is a big question mark. For sure. Brandon. Oh, you're funny, man. No. It's all love. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I gotta get over to the Whatnot show. This was fun. God, you guys get me talking about Tupac, man. It's crazy. But Brandon, appreciate just bringing it out of me. We're gonna talk. Hit me up, send me a PM on Instagram, and let me know if you're available. I can fluctuate the time. But guys, I'm late to the show. I hope to see all you guys on Whatnot. Thank you for being here right now. Let's sell some books. Thank you, guys. Peace.